Hey Bears fans, what's going on? Harrison Graham here from my house late here on a Thursday night. I'm not in the studio. I don't have my laptop. I'm doing this on my phone, so if it's not the best picture quality, I apologize. I've just tried to set this up as fast as possible because there's breaking news and there's quarterback news. Trevor Siemian has agreed to a 2-year contract with the Chicago Bears. He visited House Hall a couple of days ago, actually visited the Las Vegas Raiders today before agreeing to sign with Chicago on a 2-year deal. Haven't seen the money just yet. Wanted to get this news out as soon as possible. If we see contract details, we will be sure to pin that in the comments of this video. So Trevor Siemian, 2-year contract. He's bounced around, spent some time as the Broncos starting quarterback a few years ago. Obviously, he's a Northwestern alum, so a lot of you Bears fans should be familiar with him from his time there. He also, last season, played in 6 games and started 4 games for the New Orleans Saints after Jameis Winston went down and played okay, did what you want a backup to do. 58% or so completion percentage, and be mindful that was without Michael Thomas. The Saints had very limited weapons this year outside of Alvin Kamara. 11 touchdowns, 3 picks, kept them in games. He's what a backup does, right? If he has to play, he can run an offense. He's not going to completely lose games for you. If you ask him to win games for you, you're going to be in a bit of trouble, but hey, that's what you want out of your backup. Don't have to pay too much, but have a guy keep you in some games. Now, what could this mean for Nick Foles? We'll explore that in this video as well. But I appreciate you guys for tuning into us here at Chicago Bears Now. Let me know in the comment section of this video, what's your one-word reaction to the signing of Trevor Siemian to a 2-year deal, by the way? I think that's somewhat notable. Let me know in the comments. Give me your one-word reaction after this YouTube ad break. My one-word reaction is Foles gone? I know that's 2 words. Is Nick Foles gone? I don't know. If you cut Nick Foles, you save $3 million, regardless of if it's before or after June 1st designation, so that does not matter. If you trade him, you save $8 million, which is actually pretty nice. Even if you got nothing in return, if you could just clear the $8 million in cap space, more money to roll over to next year, more money to spend this year in free agency. However you want to use it, you get $8 million to spend with, and I'm assuming Trevor Siemian is $2, $3, $4 million per year. So the net gain in cap space, if you were able to trade Nick Foles, would obviously be a huge win because, listen, if you're stuck with Nick Foles as your backup this year, that's fine. But now that you've signed Trevor Siemian, you don't need Trevor Siemian and Nick Foles. You just don't. I would anticipate not both of those guys are on this roster. And considering you just gave Siemian a 2-year deal, I'm guessing the Bears are going to look to move Nick Foles, whether it's to trade him, cut him, whatever. They're going to try and move that contract if I had to guess. And quite frankly, if you're Nick Foles, doesn't it probably make sense to just move on at this point, try to get on with another team, either as a backup? Maybe there's a situation where he could compete to start, I don't know, Seattle. Let's say Seattle doesn't trade for Baker Mayfield. They sign Nick Foles and they let Drew Lock and Nick Foles compete for the job this year. Could be a possibility. I doubt Seattle would trade for him, but if you cut him, maybe they would sign him. Who knows on that front? But I just don't see why you would need Nick Foles. Now, for training camp, you'd probably want a third quarterback. You could get an undrafted free agent in here. That's not going to cost you any money, so no big deal on that front. So I think, this is just my guess, but I think Nick Foles is not going to be on this team this year. Let us know what you think is going to happen in the comments. What's going to happen with Nick Foles? Type C if you think he's going to get cut. Type T if you think he's going to get traded. Type K if you think he's going to be kept, if the Bears are going to keep him on this roster. I think he'll get cut or traded. Get your votes in down in the comments. C for cut, T for trade, K for keep. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. This is our 3rd video of the day. Whether we're at home, whether we're in the studio, whether I'm filming on my phone, we got you guys covered with the latest Bears news, rumors, especially when breaking news happens. That's what I do. I get you guys the information and give my opinions on it. That's what we're doing tonight, following the Trevor Siemian news. So please subscribe. I would appreciate it. I think we're like 150 subs away from 45,000. That is awesome. Let's keep the momentum going. You guys are great. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button. So Justin Fields, Nick Foles, Trevor Siemian, you got three. Again, I think Foles is probably gone. We'll see what happens moving forward. So you address backup quarterback. Obviously, like I said, Trevor Siemian's he's a quality backup. I mean, he's started a lot of games in this league. He's won games in this league. He's a good decision maker. Obviously, he doesn't have the skill set to be a starter. Otherwise, he would be. The arm's not very strong. He's not the most athletic guy ever, but he can run an offense, and I think he'll add something to the quarterback room. So I think that is very good as well to get someone like that in here, especially if you're trying to save money by moving on from Nick Foles. I don't know if he's an upgrade from Foles, but financially he probably would be if you cut or trade Foles. So again, we'll monitor that situation moving forward. Even if you got a 7th round pick for Foles, I mean, that would be great to clear the $8 million in cap space. Okay, so that's the news on that. Trevor Siemian is coming on board into this quarterback room. So we will see if he is indeed the backup quarterback to Justin Fields. Now, we talked earlier today about protecting Justin Fields. When we filmed earlier today, Ryan Bates had been reported that he was going to sign the contract offer sheet. That did happen just shortly after we filmed. That has been signed. Still have not seen what that contract offer looks like. I'm still going to guess it's in the $6 million per year range. Maybe it's front-loaded for this year to make it tougher for Buffalo to match. I'm not sure, but the point being is that now we wait. The 5-day clock has started. Buffalo has 5 days to match whatever the contract offer is. Hopefully, we will know a finite answer before the 5 days are up, both for our sake as fans, YouTube or whatever you want to call us here at Bears Now, just so we have some clarity. And just in general, 5 days is so long. The NFL should really trim that down to 2 or 3 days. I think the NBA does 2 or 3 days for restricted free agents. 5 days, it's way too long. I mean, so many guys can get signed, and if the Bills wait until the 5th day and do match it, then the Bears could miss out on someone else. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully the Bears end up with Ryan Bates. I'm guessing on a multi-year deal, because it seems like they really did invest in him. So there you go. That's kind of here are the latest news, rumors on a Thursday night. We'll have another video tomorrow at some point, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, subscribe. How about this? Just a random little question to end this video. Favorite pizza joint in Chicago? Is it Lou Malnati's? Is it somewhere else? Let me know in the comments. Curious to see what pizza spot you guys are repping in the great city of Chicago as we wrap tonight's video, I should say, as we're approaching 11 o'clock here Central Time. Okay, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Trevor Siemian, just to wrap up the news, 2-year deal with the Bears. We'll see what that means for him moving forward, for Nick Foles, if he gets traded or cut. We'll have you guys covered here on this channel. Okay, I'm Harrison Graham. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you soon here on Bears Now.